Vikings fans, don't be that guy. If you want a Vikings win versus the Los Angeles Chargers, then I want you to go ahead and like the video. If you don't, all I've been told is, or else. What's going on, Minnesota Vikings fans? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports, ready to get into this Vikings versus Chargers preview. I'm going to walk you through the entire game. I'm going to give you the over-under, the favorite, all the good stuff that you're looking for. And at the very end, I got my keys to victory. So this is Week 10. When you really look at the entire Vikings season, it really should be a little bit of a different story, right? You should have a win against the Cardinals. You should probably have another win in there. Then you should probably have beat the Ravens last week. All you got to do is start finishing the game. So the over-under in this one, 53 total points. The Chargers, 3-point favorites at home. When you look at the records, you got a 5-3 team, first team in the AFC West, and then Minnesota, who's currently 3-5. So what I want you guys to do, because the reason why Chat Sports is different than a lot of other YouTube channels, different than a lot of podcasts, hell, even a lot of TV shows, is we depend on interaction. So I want you guys to go down in the comments. I want you to be 100% honest with me, and I want you to let me know what you think the score is going to be in this Vikings and Chargers game. We got some injury updates to be able to keep you guys up to date on, or maybe not injury updates, but more of a overall news standpoint. Dalvin Cook's going to be playing up against the Chargers, and really, that's a major, major need for this football team. Also, it's a major need because the Chargers, they stink against the run. Dalvin this season, 115 carries, 554 yards, 2 touchdowns, one of the most dynamic running backs in the entire league. Some other injuries, to keep you guys up to date on. This is also Wednesday's practice squad. You have Anthony Barr, did not participate. Bashaud, Breeland dealing with a groin. Cameron Dantzler's got an ankle. Kendricks dealing with a triceps, but he was a full participant. Harrison Hands dealing with an ankle injury. James Lynch, that toe, even though he's got 10 of them, he's still a full participant. Michael Pierce, elbow. And then Oli Udoh, knee. So those are so far the top injuries that I want you guys to stay up to date going on with the Minnesota Vikings. So out of all of them, okay, out of every injury that you just saw, which one worries you the most? Considering the fact that you're going to have to try to get pressure on somebody like Justin Herbert, is it somebody on the defensive side of the football? I'm not really going to sit here and say Cameron Dantzler because he's been a little bit, shaky. But seriously, let me know down in the comments which injury worries you the most. Now, my uncle's a big-time Vikings fan, and he always talks about how dedicated and how he's like the type of dude where he'll be walking down the streets and he'll put his hands together and he'll say "Skol," even if he sees a random Vikings fan or somebody that's just wearing a hat. They might not even be a fan. But I want you guys to join the family. Non-stop Vikings news, rumors, and the more subs that this channel gets, the more videos we're able to make. If you are already one of our loyal subs, hey man, I appreciate you. Send the link that you see below, youtube.com/Vikings today, and send it to a friend. Now, you got to keep your friends close, your enemies closer. I say that on just about every single show that I do, especially when I talk about the other team. But here's the Chargers injury report. You got Nasir Adderley, did not participate. I actually don't know if he's going to be able to go in this one. Keenan Allen dealing with a knee injury. Steven Anderson, Michael Davis, Aloy Gilman. Then you got Justin Jackson, the running back, dealing with a quad. Trey Marshall, Asante Samuel Jr., and Ryan Smith. So some pretty big-name players there for the Chargers, and if any of those guys are unable to go, don't worry. We're going to keep you guys updated here, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. So the next question I got for you on today's show, I told you, I require interaction, so I need you down in the comments, typing away with your thumbs or whatever the hell you type with. What are your keys to victory this Sunday? When you look at the Chargers roster, when you look at this Vikings roster, what do you believe Minnesota needs to be able to do to make sure that they come away with a win this Sunday? My first key to victory is going to be limit the big plays that the Chargers were able to pick up. Justin Herbert's one of the best in the biz, and it's kind of a scary idea to think that this kid's only in his second year and really starting to sprout into one of the better quarterbacks in the league. But for the Chargers, they're going to hit you with a pretty balanced attack. Austin Eckler is having quietly a very successful season. I mean, I'm going to go in terms of fantasy football production here, but the second most points at the running back position behind only Derrick Henry, so that he's been dynamic. You got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams are able to throw the ball down the field, and then Jared Cook. So from top to bottom, this offense can move it, but if you can limit the big plays, which is definitely hurt, Minnesota this year, I think you're going to come out on top. The next one, win the time of possession. So this one kind of goes hand in hand, where last week, Minnesota did a good job. They got off to an early lead, and then I thought they got a little bit complacent with their overall offensive play calling. If something's working on offense, whether it's Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, keep it going. But also, since Dalvin Cook's going to be playing in this one, pound the frickin' rock. The Chargers are ranked dead last against the run, and really, it's not even close. They're giving up over 161 rushing yards per game. The next closest team, I believe, is at 139. So pound the ball with Dalvin Cook, and when he gets tired, bring in Madison, then continue to run it. Run it, then that's really when Kirk Cousins is at his best. Because if you can get that play action working, that's going to then make the linebackers come up here and bite, which is then going to open up more for Jefferson, Thielen, Osborne. It doesn't matter who it is. Pound the rock with Dalvin Cook. My final key to victory, and this one might be a little bit of a doy, finish strong, because the Vikings have had, 3 games this season where you're like, all right, they're going to win this game. And they actually almost blew a game up against the Detroit Lions, but luckily the Detroit Lions are cheeks, and that one didn't really work out. So finish strong, and if you do that, you're probably a 5-3 football team as it stands right now, because Minnesota's had fourth quarter leads in the last 2 losses. Sorry, y'all. That ain't going to get it done here in the National Football League. So, Kirk, whoever the hell is going to be calling the plays, we need to get it going here. So continue to pound the rock and keep the mojo going, even in the fourth quarter. Play all 4. Right now, we're looking at the current NFC playoff picture. And when you look at Minnesota, they're kind of sitting there. You see where it says others, then it says Carolina. Minnesota's at 3-5. But they have an opportunity here to go up against a good team. And the Chargers, they're, I believe, right now the 3rd seed in the AFC playoff picture. Get a few wins underneath your belt, and you're going to be setting up in a very solid situation going forward. Now, I started the show off basically asking you guys, predict the score. Let me know what you're thinking about from top to bottom. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to give me your score predictions. Plus, if I made it, or if you guys made it this far in the video, we're doing something right around here. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's youtube.com/Vikings today. My score prediction for this game, I am going to take Minnesota to win this one. It's going to be close. I'm going to go with 28-27. Vikings win and a last-second field goal. And saying that out loud even makes me a little bit nervous. Vikings going to beat the Chargers 28-27. Give me your score predictions.